series finale, rivalry week, all 68 games. Let's go. Bowling Green scored more points in the first half than UMass did in an entire game this year. UMass just went 0-12, guys, by a combined score of 463 to 133. Western jumped out early. They took advantage of 5 turnovers. Oklahoma defense isn't shit compared to Western. Stop talking. And the Broncos are going to the MAC title, winners of the regular season. Memphis looked like they quit in the second half of the year. Navy played their game, carrying the ball 60 times and wore them down. A quiet 9-2 from the Shipmen. College football wipes NFL on Thanksgiving. Iowa quite literally could be the best 4-loss team ever. 3-1 score losses to 3 ranked teams. It was close in the first half, but the Hawkeyes suffocated the game. The Huskers only had 3 possessions in the second half, and that rat rule extension is looking great right now. After a fumble and a setup touchdown, NIU led by 2 scores in the fourth, but here come the Golden Flash. Tutty force a punt, score again, and the defense stands tall in their own territory. Kent State went from 0 wins in 24 to 5 in 2025. Ohio was throwing picks, fumbling the ball everywhere, almost blowing the lead, but 359 on the ground with their quarterback putting up 121, leading the team, and they stayed alive in the MAC title race, but not for long. The storylines off the field were better than the game on the field. State fans broke into the Rebs locker room the night before the game and dry humped and stole Trinidad Chambliss' jersey. A scuffle on the field. Lane Kiffin is going to LSU at the recording of this video, which is probably the biggest evil villain move in sports history. Forget KD to Golden State, LeBron leaving Cleveland. This is theater, and he wanted to coach the playoff. They said, hell no. Honestly, college football is a joke, guys. Be real with yourself, but after it all, Ole Miss, you are going to the playoffs. Jalen Daniels, the opposite of clutch. Back-to-back fourth quarter picks, giving an alley-oop lob for the Utes to score. Utah's offense wasn't doing shit. Then they scored 21 in the fourth. Utes on the playoff bubble. Service Academy throwing 42 on the board. That's the state of CSU football right now. Don't worry, Jim Mora is coming to save the day in the new Pac-12. Both teams weren't close to bowl eligibility. Clean old-fashioned hate, clean old-fashioned defense, clean old-fashioned field goal contest. All you're going to see on screen is field goals. Georgia Tech sold out to move this game to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's what you get. This offense of North Texas has been stroking it. Pause. Drew Mestamaker, long touchdown, 366 on the day. They're doing it for Coach, who is leaving for Oklahoma State after the season. Mean Green American Championship bros, 11-1. New Mexico playing for a Mountain West title game is unbelievable. The offenses went to sleep. Neither team scored in the fourth quarter. First overtime, interception, then a fumble. UNM scores, and SDSU has 3 false starts. Are you kidding? They're going to a Mountain West title? But wait a minute. Boise State was playing for the title too, and shit, Utah State was on the doorstep of the upset until they turned the ball over on downs twice in the fourth quarter, both in field goal range. Kick that damn ball. Boise, in one of their worst seasons ever, heads to the Mountain West title game thanks to a computer system. Seeing Indiana at 12-0 is freaky. You showed that to someone 5 years ago, it's like giving a caveman a smartphone. It would have exploded your head. Big Ten championship is going to be cinema. What happened to that A&M offense, y'all? Yeah, where y'all at? The Longhorns figured it out. Marcel Reed, 2 picks in the fourth quarter when they needed you most, and you missed the SEC championship game. Now, here we go with the Texas fans crying and saying, we deserve to be in with 3 losses. Not gonna lie, watching every single game this week has my brain feeling absolutely fried. So I had to fix that. I've been using this thing called MH01. It's a clean daily brand and focus formula. 2 capsules in the morning, nothing crazy, no caffeine, no jittery garbage. It's been helping me stay a lot sharper when making these recap vids. I'm already editing pretty much all night, so anything that helps me feel less scattered, I'm down. The best part is that it's subtle. It doesn't smack you in the face like an energy drink. It's just been a part of my routine now, and I felt more locked in during my editing sessions. No jitters, no crash. If you guys want to try it, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen right now. They're giving you 25% off your first order plus free shipping. Once again, thank you so much to MH01 for sponsoring this video and fueling this video. Let's get right back into defense in the Territorial Cup was not expected, but it happened. ASU only 214 total yards, 3.7 yards per carry. Jeff Sims went 11 of 25, 3 picks and a fumble. Noah Fafita stroked it a little bit, but Arizona had a very sneaky 9-3 season. This seals it. Ohio State is not winning the title this year. They didn't get the smack in the mouth they needed. This loss last year was integral in their character development. They don't have it, but it does feel nice to finally beat Michigan. Toledo, Catbuster plays just like this 8-win season. I'll sing the future song. Took off just like a rocket. Elijah Hakeem. Jacob Rodriguez scores again, and they are really trying to get him to New York. Tech 32 first downs to West Virginia's 9. Big 12 championship, baby. Miami brought the Florida weather with them and are leaving no doubt in the playoff committee's mind that they should be in. With some help, of course, they still need help, boys. Look at that boy Connor Wegaman go. Houston 9-3, beating absolutely nobody, but remember, this program pretty much started from scratch a year back with Willie Fritz, and Baylor needs to take a look in the mirror. 42 points in the first half for ECU. They got their title game hopes ruined a week ago, but played with some pride on the road. This is real football weather, none of that soft ACC shit, bro. Colorado hung in the game. I don't get how K-State rushed for damn near 500 last week against Utah, and Colorado held them to 206. K-State's going bowling. Remember, they started the season ranked. 55 yards to the little cribbo, you feel me? 6-team sack for the Redhawks. Wow, they are going to the MAC championship for the 3rd season in a row against those Western Michigan Broncos. They swore this game would have playoff implications at the beginning of the year. This should have been on Cartoon Network. Lenora Sellers yet again was under duress all day, threw 2 picks, 4 total turnovers for the Cox, and just got handled by Clemson. The nightmare year for Oklahoma State is over, and the savior is coming. Eric Morris from North Texas. Maybe he can get more than 227 rushing yards on 23 carries, bro. A clean old-fashioned belt-to-ass BTA from Louisville, 258 on the ground, plus some nice tosses from Miller Moss like this one. But Louisville, you had a walk to the ACC championship a few weeks ago. What happened? This FIU team was crazy to watch this year. Every game they were putting up 50. How about 594 yards of total offense to finish the season and 61-yard cat buster right here? The Hens are going bowling, maybe 6-6 record first year in the FBS. I don't know if the NCAA will fuck them. We'll see. UCF could not win the line of scrimmage, and BYU is now ready for a rematch against Tech in the Big 12 title. And remember, they got stomped the first time. Should be interesting, and if they win, it's a 2-bid lead. Winner goes to a bowl, loser goes to the offseason. Love these games. Marshall spotted Southern 15 points and tried to come back, but turned it over late and ran out of clock. And by the way, Southern fans want Clay Helton fired. Old Dominion's quarterback, that motherfucker Colton Jones, went for 100 yards every single game. Old Dominion just went 9-3, and no one wants to talk about it. This is James Madison's best win, by the way. They easily take care of 1-11 Georgia State. This was a chill little 21-17 game going until the fourth, until both teams combined for 34 points that quarter. 93 yards to the cribbo for Tech. Special teams was the difference. Both teams are 7-5 going bowling. A CUSA title berth was on the line, and Western Kentucky had the trip scheduled until Caden Creel went off. 70-yard touchdown, timely stops, and a game-winning field goal to come back from now 21-10. Go Cox! Another bull on the line matchup, and man, we got a thriller back-and-forth game all the way through. App State extends their lead to 6 with a minute left. Then Jalen Rayner goes absolutely Brady mode, leading a game-winning touchdown drive, and the Red Wolves are going bowling. 3 turnovers from New Mexico and 129 yards of penalties from Middle Tennessee, but someone had to win the game. State had 2 full starts in their half of the overtime, and Middle Tennessee grabs their 3rd win of the season. 100-yard kick return tutty to the house, and Texas State quarterback Brad Jackson went 20 of 26, 280 yards, 2 tutties, and 113 on the ground with 3 TDs. He's a freshman. Bobcats go bowling. Another overtime game and another big turnover. It's ULM throwing a goal line interception, and Louisiana getting their 6th win. ULM continues their bowl drought that goes back to 2012. A UAB player got stabbed last week by one of his teammates. Horrible incident. 39 players opted out of the game, and they won by back-to-back scores in the 4th. Shout out to all the guys that persevere. The Power 4 Toilet Bowl, 1-10 versus 3-8. Boston College snaps the 10-game losing streak. That doesn't seem real. Syracuse season went sideways real fast after losing their starter. Missouri finishes at 8-4 in the SEC, but with those quality losses, they should of course be in the playoffs. I'm just kidding, guys. This is the logic of some SEC fans. I'm serious. They are delusional. Since he was the biggest pretender of the year, they went from 7-1 to 7-5. They acted like they were a Big 12 contender. Great finish to the year by TCU, winning back-to-back games. They had a lot more potential for this season. Snow game. This is so fitting for the Paul Bunyan Axe. Minnesota won every home game this season and lost every single road game. They were creating takeaways just like this to win and finish 7-5. First half, we were like, oh shit, here we go, baby. Diego Pavia didn't help himself out, throwing 2 picks, but Vandy won the 3rd quarter, held the ball almost the entire time and took control. And yes, Vanderbilt, you are going to the playoffs, and Diego Pavia, you are going to New York. Winner to the Sun Belt Championship to face James Madison, and Southern Miss, much like Cincy, a paper tiger this year. Troy thoroughly outgained them and controlled them most of the way. A late comeback attempt fell short. A bowl game on the line for both teams, and Katron Allen said, I saved the best for last. 226 yards rushing, a career high. And Ethan Grunkmeyer, quarterback, a freshman, played like a vet. This Penn State team never quit during this tough season. You've got to love the heart. Wake Forest, clearly the most bipolar team in college football. The most inconsistent team ever. 4 turnovers to Duke 0. How are you going to win a game that way? You're not. And this set off a sequence of events that could kill the ACC. The ACC could miss the playoffs because a 5-loss Duke is now playing in the conference title, bro. Are you serious? Are you serious? We should just expect this from OU now. The defense is fantastic, but this worries me. I don't know if they have enough firepower to make a deep run in the playoffs. They could lose in round 1. It took a final minute huge tutty to win against a team that almost went down to Western Kentucky at home. Army needed this for a bowl. UTSA led 10-0. Army scored 20 unanswered. Then UTSA scored back-to-back tutties, taking the lead, but a 75-yard drive was all Army needed to seal it in the final minutes. Well, shit, that's a real good defense from the Ducks. Damon Williams had been unstoppable most of the season. He was picked twice, although Oregon couldn't run the ball as well as usual. Dante Moore was accurate enough. Oregon, you are going to the playoffs. Nearly 1,000 yards of total offense, neck and neck. Kennesaw was fighting for a spot in the CUSA title game, and they got on a huge double overtime stand. They were 2-10 last year. It's only their 2nd FBS season. One of the best turnarounds in college football. JMU, don't fuck this up now. Please don't fuck this up now. Don't worry, they're chilling. A 59 burger on Coastal's head. Imagine a JMU versus Indiana Signetti rematch in the playoffs. That in some world could happen. A rivalry's a rivalry, but this has to be one of the saddest Florida versus FSU games in history. Jordan Baugh had 266 rushing yards for the Gators, and man, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. Mike Norvell, John Summerall is in for Florida next year. I like it. A rematch, yes, the home and home within the same season. How great, but not for Oregon State. They couldn't run, for some tough passes, and Wazoo made it easy work. They are going bowling. 197 total yards for Virginia Tech. They threw a pick on the first drive of the game. It was chopped. Virginia, I've been hating on them all year. The ACC is so cooked, bro. They're in the title game. It should be Miami. USF playing for pride. Byron Brown went crazy. 4 tutties, huge plays all over. 553 total yards. Good luck to whoever plays them in a bowl. 92-yard kickoff return. Goodbye. Michigan State won and then fired Jonathan Smith. I mean, you could have done it earlier. Maybe they just wanted to save a couple pennies. Maryland finished the season on an 8-game losing streak. Sluggish game, defensive game until the very end. USC, this is their final season season of an excuse. Next year is number 5 with Riley, and if they don't make the playoffs, he should be done. The Alabama House of Horrors, and it almost delivered. 17-0, it's game over. The Tide are rolling, baby. SEC championship on the way, but psych. Auburn settled in on D, slowly climbed back in the game with field goals. Then boom, a 64-yard touchdown pass. Bama answers. Auburn ties it again until a huge 7-minute-plus drive ending with an Isaiah Horton touchdown from Ty Simpson. Auburn had a chance, and it's a costly fumble. No. Billy Belichick and his boys got bullied by the Pack. Their 5th straight win in the rivalry game. Another game where UNC looked undisciplined. 11 penalties, 129 yards. Is this your Super Bowl winner? Almonds colder than Illinois. Destroy lonely. Real ones know this game was boring. Northwestern 4 turnovers, man. 3 picks. Preston Stone is a football terrorist. Goal line tutty number 1. Goal line tutty number 2, and goal line tutty number 3. Jake Retzlaff 2 picks, but it doesn't matter. Get big or go home. Charlotte 1-11, 0 FBS wins. Tulane is going to the American Championship. College football in a nutshell. Cowler, coach just got fired, got destroyed by the rivals a week before. SMU on fire, undefeated in the month of November. Everything to play for. A win and an ACC title game berth in back-to-back years. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? I got nothing. Nothing. This allowed a 5-loss Duke to reach the championship, bro. I love college football. I love the sport, man. UNLV smoked those boys. They're playing in the Mountain West title game against Boise State. 496 yards of total offense. Go Rebs. Notre Dame lost to Miami. Remember that. Don't forget it. Never forget. Easy win. But the worst thing ever happened to Notre Dame. Jeremiah Love got injured in a game that you had handled. Nah, bro. Fresno State, another up-and-down team this season, but a strong finish to year 1 with Matt Entz. 8 wins. They're headed with momentum for the new Pac-12. I'm excited. New stadium updates coming too for the Valley. Another team with a good building season. Hawaii, 8 wins. Micah Alahado, 78-yard tutty pass. He's got a bright future in that uniform, and they are staying in the Mountain West. Buckle up.